Here's a question for you. When you think about your intentions at the beginning of this year, have you done what you intended to do so far? If not, it's likely not because you're lazy, not because you're not disciplined enough or you're too busy. It's more likely that you just need a better strategy. I started following through with my intentions after I incorporated a strategy for doing this in my journaling. And in my last video, I share the crucial first 5 minutes of my morning journaling routine. Today, I'm going to share a few of the journaling techniques that have helped me be more intentional, as well as just improve my life in other ways too. Each one of these, it's helpful in a different way. And I know since they worked for me that they can work for you too. Let's dive right in with a journaling technique that I call the 5 Whys and the 5 Ws. I start by asking myself a why question. For example, this morning I asked, why am I feeling a lack of motivation from my work in this season? I write down the question and then answer whatever comes to my mind. You can ask yourself about a challenge you're facing or something that isn't going in life like you want it to, or really anything that's bothering you. Whatever your answer is, then you will ask yourself why for that. In my case, I had written down a number of things for my first answer, but the one that really seemed to hit me the most was I had written down, maybe I just need a break. So I asked myself, why do you feel you need a break? Whatever the answer to that second why question is, you again ask yourself why about that. And you keep doing this for a total of 5 times. This technique was developed by the founder of Toyota Industries years ago to identify the root causes of manufacturing problems. Yet I found that it works equally well for giving ourselves direction in our own lives. By asking why 5 times in a row like this, the method helps you to dig past whatever the symptoms are there for the problem to find the real fundamental cause of it. So then once you get to the underlying cause of whatever it is that you're working on, then you'll move to a technique that I've come up with for myself that I call the 5 W's, specifically why, what, who, where, and when. Now, we've already answered the first W, the why. So the next question is, well, what can I do about it? So if we go back to my example, the root cause of the problem that I got down to was that I had really spent so many years of putting off doing the creative and relaxing things that I like to do because I didn't think I had the time to do that. So now that I'm retired and I actually have time for these things, that's all I want to do. It almost feels like I'm trying to balance out all the years of working too hard and being overly productive. So what do I do with this information? Well, for me, I've decided to scale back on all things related to my small business this summer, just to give myself the break that I'm craving. The what question, it helped me dig deeper into being able to list what I can actually do to make this happen. The next question is who, and that's more specifically who can help. And for me, I'd written down that it's on me to allow myself this time. But when I've used this technique in the past, I've come up with ways for getting help from my husband, from family, friends, or even hiring help. Then you'll want to ask yourself where. This usually isn't referring to a physical place, but rather where within this big picture of the problem that you're working to solve can you specifically target to make some changes. This may be just another way of digging deeper into the solution. When I asked myself where, I wrote down that one place I can cut back is the time that I spend editing. So while my videos aren't movie quality, they may be a little less polished this summer while I'm doing this. And then finally, you'd ask yourself when. This question, really, it's just to compel you to start now, to keep from putting off the changes that you wrote down to do them in the future. And it may be just as simple as answering, I can start right away. Another journaling technique that has gone a long way to helping me be more intentional with how I spend my time is the more or less exercise. On one side of the paper, I write down more. On the other side, I write down less. And then I just go through a process of listing down what I want more of in my life and what I want less of. And I list everything that I can think of. So after having a good sized list of what I'd like more and less of, and then underneath that, I'll write down the things that I need to change or what I can do differently so that I can create this. Now let's talk about how I use my journal to be more intentional on a daily basis, just each day. In the morning, I'm using my journal to remind myself of what's most important in my life first. And this really guides me to ensuring that my priorities for how I'm going to spend my time that day, that they're aligned with my priorities for life in general and my values. And then I list what I want to do for the day on one of my daily pages. And this, it doesn't just include the main projects or tasks that I have for the day, but I also write down things like meditation, breath work, taking a walk, working out, calling a family member, a friend. I found that if I write all these things down, that I am much more likely to follow through and actually do them, as opposed to purely being focused on work-related activities for the day. It also helps me be more realistic about how many other things I can actually accomplish in the day after following through with priorities that I have for my health and my family, etc. I go ahead and I mark off my list throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I just move anything that I didn't get done over to the next day. This is a bit of a work in progress for me, as I'm usually a bit overly optimistic about what I can do each day, and then I'm tempted to keep going at the end of the day instead of just relaxing, which is the smarter thing to do. So that's something I'm working on. Another thing that I like to do at the end of the day is some reflection work. I ask myself 3 very powerful questions. The first one is, how can I celebrate me? And in other words, this is, what small win can I give myself a pat on the back for today? If you do this daily, it will help you feel more confident. It'll give a boost to your motivation, and it just makes you feel good. The second question is, what gave me joy? Until I started asking myself this question every day, I'm not sure I even had really good clarity on the things that brought me the most happiness. And this is probably because a lot of times it's the simple things that can be easily overlooked. But once you get clear on this, it's really your roadmap for doing more of the things that make you smile inside. The third question I ask is beauty that I notice. And if you ask yourself this question at the end of the day and you just can't think of anything, don't beat yourself up. You really have to train your brain to look for beauty while you're going through your day-to-day life. And this practice, it really increases your happiness. I've had quite a few people tell me that it even helped them get through depression. It just has a way of increasing your sense of gratitude. Which brings me to my last journaling exercise that I do at the end of every day, and that's to go ahead and write down what I'm grateful for. I can't think of a better way to end the day, as it's really a scientifically backed practice that it improves your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. And it does this by counteracting our brain's natural negativity bias. You literally are just giving yourself a positive reset, and then you fall asleep with pleasant thoughts instead of worrying about everything. So I hope you'll give one or more of these journaling techniques a try. Let me know in the comments which one that you like the best and you want to give a try. And if you'd like some other journaling questions that can help you live with more intention as well, you'll want to listen to this video. These questions will help you put things into perspective and just help you make the most of your life right now, as opposed to putting off your happiness for the future. Thanks for watching today.